بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين واللعنة الدائمة الأبدية على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى قيام يوم الدين. Inshallah, we are going to take lesson 8A from Khums lessons from Minhaj al-Salihin. And so we were discussing about the attached and detached increase in the items. And we, again, a small introduction that there are things which are for business, there are things for personal. And these two things which are for business and personal, further they are divided into the attached, like the growth we were talking about, the growth. The growth could be attached growth, detached growth. And this growth, attached growth, like the tree becomes bigger. So it was $100, now it's $200 value. Or the goat, you got a baby goat, now the goat is mother goat and gives milk. So this mother goat, so it's an attached growth. Detached growth, like those dates, milk, all these kind of things are detached growth from this thing. Now we said that you had this thing either for business, either for personal thing. For business, if the market value increases, you have to pay the khums of it if you're able to sell and if you did not sell it. That's the rule of thumb. So keep it in your mind because it will be repeating a lot. And something which is not for business, if the value increases, then you pay the khums of it on the increase if you sell it, and if that increase in the value remained until the end of the if you sell it and you got that increase, so you don't have to pay the khums of that increase in the value, okay, unless if it stays until the next year, the increase. However, if it was something you had purchased, not as meher, not as gift, okay, and then there was an increase in the value. So that increase in the value, if you sell it, then you are going to pay the khums of it at the end of the year because it's your increase in the benefits of the year, the annual benefits, okay? Like I gave you an example. You have like gold. That gold, the cost of gold is $100. At the end of the year, the gold costs $110. So it is your personal thing, okay? So if you are going to sell it, then you are going to pay the khums of that $10 because $100 were khums paid, or $100 were from the exempt amount, like you got it meher or you got an inheritance. So that is what we explained. Now, please refer to that video for details. I've just given you a short summary, okay, and the details are there. And I don't want to repeat it because we have a long way to go. So now we have with the continuation of the ruling. So just to recap, this was ruling number 1213, and we were talking about attached growth and detached growth. So, and we said that at the end, we said that if somebody sold it, and I had given an example in dollars. So basically, we had mentioned here that if it was attached or detached, you have to pay the khums of it at the end of the year because it's like your gold bar, which is $100 worth. 100 is khums paid or was meher, but then extra is your extra income at the end of the year. So you have to pay the khums of it at the end of the year on the value, increased value of it, whether this increase of value was due to that, because you did not use it. It's a personal thing. You did not use it. So you are going to pay the khums of it, okay? So here we said, for ظاهر وجوب الخمس, this was in the detached, and also attached we said, if it increased in the value of the animal or a value of the plant which you have, then you are going to pay the khums of it. So now we get an example, okay? So this is where we are going to continue today. مثلا, example, إذا ورث بستانا من أبيه. Okay, he inherited a garden from his father. From his father. Remember our previous session? Inheritance directly from father, khums exempt. No khums to be paid. It's done. Okay? It's as long as it stays, you don't have to pay khums of it. So how much was it? And I've changed the dinar to dollars. The people, they say just change it to euro. But we don't have problem with American people. Okay, we have problem with the corruptions which are happening in American, some of the American systems. Okay, but American people, they're nice American people. So this is something which is related to American people. Yes, however, if you consider this in a different way, then you can put it euro or pounds or whatsoever. But I don't want to go into those details. So this was the easy stuff, easy currency. The many Americans are nice people, great people. They do not like injustice. They do not like racism. They are anti-Islamophobic. They don't support Islamophobic things. So many of the American people, they are nice people. So we are going to use their dollar in this case of example. You might have a different angle. I respect that. Okay. So now, so if a person inherits garden from his father, إذا ورث من أبيه بستانا قيمته 100 دينار. The cost of this garden was $100. ولم يعده للاتجار بعينه. He did not, the garden itself was not prepared for business. This is the key thing. So now the following slides are going to be on this. The garden is not for business. The garden is personal garden. What do you do with personal? Like in Iran, in Qom, and many places, the families, they go to, in summer, in some of these seasons, they go to their family gardens away from the city, enjoy that nice weather, enjoy that nice greenery. And some of the countries, they go in spring and autumn because summer is so hot. So there are countries, even in Africa, many of the Mu'mineen believers, they have gardens and they go there. And this is a personal, just to kind of relax. It's a personal thing. So his father had this garden, he inherited it. And the cost was 100 dinar. And it was not prepared for the business purpose. وَلَمْ يُعِدْهُ لِلْإِتِّجَارِ بِعَيْنِهِ. The garden was not for the business purpose. فَزَادَتْ قِيمَتُهُ. The value of it got increased. فَوَصَلَتْ إِلَى 200 dinar. Now the garden's value is 200 dinar. Okay, the price of land increases. So the garden increases. So the value of the garden inherited was $100. Now the value became $200. Okay, from 100 to 200. Will that be khums on this extra $100 increase? He says, لم يجب الخمس في المائة الزائدة. Khums will not be obligated on those 100 extra. وإن باعه بالمئتين. Even if he sells for 200. Because the whole garden he inherited was an inheritance from the father, which is khums exempt. So the value increased of the garden, which he inherited. He did not purchase. It did not come in compensation. It was a free thing. He got it from his father. And the same thing will go to the meher as well. So she got a tree. She got a garden as a meher. And the value increased. She sold it in 200. That's fine. The khums will not be obligated on that extra 100. Okay, because it was owed without compensation. Direct. Done. Next part. Now, what is the difference between the previous? Previous was inherited, no compensation. He just got it free of charge. Now he got a garden for $100, but it was purchased, like he paid something. Compensation is there. These are some of the words in Arabic people, they don't understand. So I've tried to make this like So he says that وَكَذَا إِذَا كَانَ اشْتَرَاهُ بِمِئَةِ دِينَار. Similarly, if he had purchased it for $100. So purchase means there is a compensation. I gave my garden, you gave me money. Okay? So there's something in return. Inheritance, mahar, there's nothing market value in return. Symbolic values are there, but market value is not there. So here, no, you got money and you paid them. So so he says, if a person had purchased a garden for 100 dinar, وَلَمْ يُعِدْهُ لِلْإِتِّجَارِ بِعَيْنِهِ, he did not prepare it for the business. فَزَادَتْ قِيمَتُهُ, the value of its increased. وَبَلَغَتْ 200 dinar, it became $200. لَمْ يَجِبِ الْخُمْسِ فِي زِيَادَةِ الْقِيمَةِ. You don't have to, because it's your personal thing. Okay, you don't have to pay the khums of it. You got it for personal things. Yes, if you are going to sell it, remember the rule, business, even if you don't sell it, if you are able to sell it, you have to pay the khums of increase value. It's personal, no, you don't have to pay the khums of it if the value increases, if it's your personal thing. It was not for the business. Na'am, إِذَا بَاعَهُ, however, if he sells it in 200, okay? Na'am, إِذَا بَاعَهُ بِالْمِئَتَيْن, if he sells it in $200, ثَبَتَ الْخُمْسُ فِي الْمَائَةِ الزَّائِدَةِ. So the 100 extra you got, khums will be on it. But when? At the end of the year. If you use it, okay? So he says, وَتَكُونْ مِنْ أَرْبَاحِ سَنَةِ الْبِيعِ. In which year you sold? You sold this year, then this is your benefits of this year. So this 100, you have to pay the khums of it. But if you sold it next year, then that 100 at the end of the next year, you are going to pay the khums of it. So which year you sold it? It's the profit of the year of selling. If you sold it this year, that means this year, if it remains at the end of the year, you are going to pay the khums of it. Okay? إِذَا بَاعَهُ بِالْمِئَتِينَ ثَبَتَ الْخُمْسُ فِي الْمِئَةِ الزَّائِدَةِ. Khums will be obligated in the extra 100. وَتَكُونْ مِنْ أَرْبَاحِ سَنَةِ الْبِيعِ. It is going to be from the benefits or profits of the year of selling. What does that mean? That means if it remains until the end of that year of selling, you'll pay the khums of it. If you use it, there'll be no khums on it. Okay? So now, that was the case, two cases we mentioned. Keep in your mind. Case number one, inheritance. That means you did not get it via compensation. You did not pay for it. Okay? And you did not prepare it for business. The value increased. Because it was khums, $100 became 200. I mean, because it was exempt from khums, then you don't have to pay the khums of 100. Scenario number two, the garden. You purchased it. That means there was a buying and selling. Okay, you got it. You got it for, you paid something for it. And it was khums paid. So that means that $100 is khums paid. There will be no khums on that $100. However, you sold it at the end of the year or in the middle of the year, the value became 200 and you sold it. So that 100 extra is going to be your savings of your annual income. Okay, it will be annual income, like any income you get. So if it remains at the end of the year, you'll pay the khums of it. No khums of it. And we said that if you don't sell it, then you don't have to pay the khums on the increase in the value because it was for your personal things. Now we take the example of the increase. وَأَمَّا إِذَا ارْتَفَعَتْ قِيمَتُهَا السُّوقِيَّةِ. And if the value increased, value of it. How? Now this scenario, he has prepared it for the business. He has prepared it for the business. This is the third scenario. Okay, third scenario. First scenario, khums, mirath, inheritance, dowry, something you did not pay for it. Next scenario, you paid for it, but it was personal. Third scenario, the increase is there in value, but you had dedicated your garden for the business. وأما إذا ارتفعت قيمتها السوقية, and if the value increased ولو لزيادة متصلة, even because of there was an attached growth, the trees became bigger now, okay, the animal became more fat, for example. So the animal became more fat, the trees became bigger, the garden got increase in the value. Now we are talking about the garden, so we keep the animals aside. So the garden, the value increased because the trees became taller. Okay, لزيادة متصلة لا على النحو المتقدم. So previously, what was the previous scenario? The garden's value increased. But here, the garden's value increased because of certain reasons, because of this extra things happening in the garden. فإن كان الأصل قد أعده للاتجار بعينه. So if the principal thing, if the original thing was prepared for the business, وجب الخمس في الارتفاع المذكور. The khums will be obligated on the increase in the value. So when do I pay it? After selling? No. Even if you don't sell it, if you are able to sell it and you did not sell it, you have to pay the khums of it. So that's why it's in red color. Okay? وجب الخمس في الارتفاع. Khums will be obligated in the extra. إذا أمكن بيعه, if you are able to sell it. وأخذ قيمته, and get the money in compensation. Then if you decide not to sell it, then the khums will be in any ways. You sell it, you don't sell it, you're able to sell it. It was a potentially sold item. You were able to sell it and you were able to get the money after the selling. So he says that you have to pay the khums of it even if you don't sell it. Now, this is a scenario where you prepared it for the business. وَإِن لَمْ يَكُنْ قَدْ أَعَدَّهُ لَهُ, and if you have not prepared it for the business, لَمْ يَجِبُ الْخُمْسِ فِي الْإِرْتِفَاعِ. Khums will not be obligated in the extra. That's the same rule. The same rule is applying it again and again. So it was not for business. The value increased. So there'll be no khums on the extra if it was not through compensation. Like remember, mahar is giving this example as an application of the rule. So that's why it's repetition. Okay. So people, they say, he just said it. Yeah, there he gave a rule. Now he's a garden. And this example of garden is very long. So just bear with it. So this now he's talking about the garden, the specific example. So if it was إذا لم يكن ممن انتقل إليه بعوض, so if it was something which did not come to him through compensation, like inheritance, like dowry, okay. So in this case, there will be no khums. However, if he had come to him through purchase, like he paid something, then the khums would be obligated on the extra, and it will be from his annual income. So if it's remaining, he will have to pay the khums of it. If not, then that's fine, because he said إذا باعه, so he sold it بالسعر الزائد. Okay, this was the example of the garden. Finally, we are done. Now, in summary, this is this slide shows you the rule of thumb. Okay, rule of thumb, and this we are going to implement in our coming 2-3 sessions. So please focus. If you understand this, the examples upcoming examples will be understood. So the owned item is of 3 types. One is prepared for business. Remember, we have been saying prepared for business, not prepared for business. Okay, so either it is prepared for business, or either he got it by inheritance, not for business, or he has purchased, not for business. Okay, so the item belonging can be one of the 3 things. You have purchased it or prepared it for business. No, you have inherited and you're not planning to do business with it. And here, no, you purchase it, but you're not planning to do business with it. So here, for business, you will pay the khums on the increase in its value, even if you do not sold it, do not sell it, okay? Even if it is not sold. Please put these rules in your mind so that it will make our next sessions easier. That's why I kept it in this nicely structured way. You got by inheritance, not through compensation, not purchased, free, inheritance. No khums on the increase, as we took in the example. There'll be no khums on the increase. Even if you sell it, remember $100 became 200, that's it, no khums on the increase. Purchase item, not for business. Again, personal. You've got a garden, you purchased the garden for 100. Remember that became 200. So we said if you sell it, then khums on the increase only if you sell it. Okay, if sold, and the increment remained until the end of the year. So it will be from your income of the year. Clear? Three things: business, khums on the increment, even if you don't sell it. Inheritance, no khums on the increment, because if it was for personal use, even if you sell it with an increment. Purchased item through compensation, not for business again, khums will be if you sell it with increment, and that increase will be as your annual income. At the end of the year, if it remains, you have to pay the khums of it. So this is what he's going to say in these slides, and we'll be done with this session. Okay, so therefore, an increase can be in three types. The first one is the business. Remember, ma yajibu fihi al-khums, something with the khums is wajib in it. Okay, wa in lam yabi'hu, even if he does not sell it. وَهُوَ مَا أَعَدَّهُ لِلِاتِّجَارِ بِعَيْنِهِ, and that is what he prepared it for the business. Remember this red, I have made it for the business. كَالْبَضَائِعِ الْمَعْرُوضَ لِلْبِيعِ, you have in your shop items, you need to sell it. Okay, so those items you need to sell it, you did not sell it, the market value got increased. So you have to pay the khums of that market value, only that increase in the market value, not the entire thing, because the entire thing is supposed to be khums paid. So only that increase in market value, you need to pay the khums of it. Like for example, you're selling gold. So that gold, $100 gold, that $100 gold was from khums paid money. Okay, it was from the capital of investment. Now at the end of the year, the gold is there, but now it is 110. 100 is khums paid. So this $10 extra, which you have it in your shop now, in your showcase or wherever gold, you need to pay the khums of it. So that the whole gold at the end of the year is khums paid. Before only 100 was khums paid. Now 110 is khums paid. As we are going to discuss later on, capital of investment should be khums paid under certain conditions. We are going to mention that in detail for the businessmen. Next scenario. ما لا يجب في الخمس في الزيادة. He's summarizing that example he gave before. Khums is not obligatory on the increment, on the increased value. وإن باعه بالزيادة. Even if he sold that item in that increase. And what is that? وَهُوَ مَا مَلَكَهُ بِالْإِرْثِ. And that is what he earned it or got it through the inheritance, وَنَحْوِهِ, or something like inheritance, like we said, dowry. We mentioned this in our previous session. مِمَّا لَا يَتَعَلَّقُ بِالْخُمْسِ, which the khums is not obligated on it. It's exempt from khums. Mahar, indirect mirath, all these things are exempt from khums. وَلَمْ يُعِدْهُ لِلتِّجَارَةِ, and he had not prepared for tijara. So even this khums thing, there is a ruling coming. What if he had prepared it for the business? Then we are going to deal it with as a business. But the principle will never be khums. The principle will never be khumsed. Okay, we are going to look at the extra. So you got the inheritance, you put it in a business, okay, you started making business out of it. It became a capital of investment. So the principal mirath will never have be khums on it. But the extra, since it is for business, we're going to discuss about it. There are certain conditions. But at this point, we need you to understand the second scenario is that something you get it without any compensation, such as mirath, such as inheritance, or such as dowry, and then it's exempt from khums, and it was not prepared for tijara. And similar to this case is somebody receives a gift, okay, or he was able to take something which was publicly available. Okay, let's say government says we are giving this free stuff. He went there and took the free stuff. So it was publicly available to take over, to control over it, or take into custody. Okay, مما كان متعلق للخمس ولكن قد أداه من نفس المال. So, but it was subjected for khums. Okay, it was subjected for khums, but he paid the khums of it from the same wealth. So that means the gift he got, or anything he got, it was subjected for khums. After 1 year of not using it, he paid the khums of it. So the same thing, it was not prepared for business, it will have the ruling of the inheritance. Why? Because he did not get it as a compensation. Okay, there was no buying and selling in it. It was free stuff. He got the free stuff from the government or from the outside. He found something free available for everybody to take, you see. وَأَمَّا إِذَا أَدَّاهُ مِنْ مَالِ الْآخِرِ. So he paid the khums of it. He paid the khums of that stuff which he got it free from the same item. He got like 100 crates or 100 boxes. It has value. So he gave 2 boxes khums. Okay, these 20 boxes, 100 boxes, 20 boxes, he gave khums. Or 10 boxes, he gave 2 boxes khums. So from the same 10 boxes, 2 boxes were given to Sayyid Sistani, Damadullah. This is khums Sayyidina. Or from, so it was a free stuff given. ولكن قد أداه من نفس المال. وأما إذا أداه من مال آخر. However, if it was given from other wealth, other than this wealth. So these 2 boxes, he wanted it. So he had some money, he gave the money of the instead of those 2 boxes. So 4/5, that means 8 boxes, you don't need to pay the khums of it. But these 2 boxes, the money which you gave, we are going to talk about that. That money needs to be khumsed because you purchased the khums. These 2 boxes were khums, they were not yours. Okay, you purchased it. That means you paid substitute of these 2 boxes. So that money, either it should be khums paid money, or either it needs to be khumsed. Okay, that's what he says. أما إذا أداه من مال الآخر فلا يجب الخمس في زيادة القيمة. The increase in the value of 4/5, those boxes now he's going to sell, there's going to be increase in it. So those 8 boxes are khums paid boxes. Okay, so if increase happens and you got it for free, you did not pay for it. So it's similar to the money of dowry and inheritance, free money, khums paid money. Okay, so that is why he said فَلَا يَجِبُ الْخُمْسُ. Khums will not be wajib in the increase in the value for the 4/5, 8 boxes you got free من ذلك المال. وَيَجْرِي عَلَى خُمْسِهِ. Those 2 boxes which you purchased, you paid a substitute of it. الذي ملكه بأداء قيمته من مال آخر, which you owned it by paying it from some other wealth substitute. That money, حكم المال الذي ملكه بالمعاوضة. So these 2 boxes are going to have different rule. 8 boxes exempt from khums. Why? They're khums paid. They're khums paid. 8 boxes. So the increase in the value, there will be no khums on it. These are free boxes. But these 2 boxes, you got it. These 2 boxes were purchased boxes. How? You told Sayyid Sistani, Sayyidina, can I buy these 2 boxes? I need them. So take this money. So you purchased those boxes. So those boxes were not free. The 10 boxes were given to you free by the government, by someone. Free, take it free. But it had value. Instead of going, you were shifting from house to house. Instead of going to Biltima or these shops or Home Depot or Office Depot, buying empty boxes. So one of your friends says, I have 10 boxes, just take it. So you took those boxes. These boxes remained with you for 1 year. At the end of the year, now you need to pay the khums of it. So you'll take the 2 boxes out, okay? 2 boxes out, because now it has value. So these 2 boxes are khums. You gave it to Sayyid Sistani. Then you told Sayyidina, can I pay you money instead of these 2 boxes? I need those 2 boxes. So he says, okay. He gave you permission. So you gave him money, you got this box. That means you purchased these 2 boxes. When you give substitute money instead of an object, that means you're buying the khums. Now the khums is yours because you purchased it. Those 2 boxes are yours because you purchased it. So now these 2 boxes, we are going to apply the rule of an item which was purchased and the value of it increased at the end of the year. That means you will have to pay the khums of the increased value at the end of the year because it is purchased item and not free item. Those free item, the value increased. Those boxes cost about, each box cost about $10. Now it's $15. That's fine. You sell it in 15, there'll be no khums on the extra 5. But these 2 boxes, the value of it were $10. Now it's $15. So this $5 of these 2 boxes, you are going to pay the khums of it. The third, and we'll be done with here. In our next session, we'll take the examples. The third, so number 1 was you have prepared for business. Khums, even if you don't pay, sell it, if you were able to sell it. Number 2, you got it as an inheritance or something free, okay? Inheritance free khums paid on inheritance or dowry exempt for khums. So we say no khums on the increase in the value for the khums paid or for the dowry or for the inheritance, okay? Now the third one, ما لا يجب الخمس في الزيادة. Khums is not obligatory on the extra. إلا إذا باعه, unless if he sells it. Okay? And that is وهو ما ملكه بالمعاوضة. He purchased it, that means he gave a compensation. So first one was for business. Second one was free item. Third one is purchase item. This rule now is talking about there is no khums on the increase. وهو ما ملكه بالمعاوضة, and he purchased its item, so the value increased. So you don't have to pay the khums of the increased value at the end of the year because it was for your personal use, not to do business. بقصد الاقتناء. Your intention was for personal thing, not to do business with it. لا الاتجار بعينه, not to do the business. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على